everybody, I hope you're doing all well. So this video I want to talk about the baby formula problem because the supply remains limited here in Canada, and I don't think it's any different in the United States. So yeah, I'm seeing so many pregnant women lately and also newborn babies, so I thought I need to just talk about my own experience about breastfeeding and formula feeding and what helped me. So if this is for you, maybe you can maybe it helps you. So yeah, I have three children, so I it was very hard with my first baby. I remember super hard, and with the second and third it was so much easier. And number one, the difference was that I had much more help, and especially just more support just after birth. I was resting more, I was spending more time with the baby in bed. I had somebody there to cook and to give me, bring me meals to the bed, and just was resting much more. And the first thing when you just had a baby, it's always good to get somebody, like even in the hospital, or somebody to come to your home, maybe a midwife or a lactation consultant. And they even have free courses online, I just saw. So you can find lots of different advice from different healthcare professions. So definitely check that out. But here's a little bit what I find helpful. So number one was for me, after 3 days, usually your milk comes in, and then the baby's also really hungry. So maybe you don't have right away enough. Then you can drink teas with fennel seed, and I get later more into it how I prepared the tea. But this is really good brand because some of them I actually tasted bitter, so I thought I show you this brand because I found it in a health food store. But you can also get it online. But this was a really good brand. So it's an organic brand. Yeah, and like I said, rest is number one. Spend time with the baby. Snuggle up, get as much rest as possible. And what was so helpful as well, having one of these sling carriers. So they usually have two rings here, and it's just like a big cloth you pull through, and the baby is snuggled in there. And this was amazing. The baby fell asleep there, could even breastfeed in that position. And then the best thing was that the baby fell asleep, and what I did with the carrier on at the beginning, because my last two babies were so fussy, I actually propped myself up on pillows and slept on my back with the baby still in this carrier. So this was really like amazing because I was so tired. And if I would have taken the baby out of the carrier and into the crib, then usually baby was waking up right away, and I had to calm him down again and put him back to sleep, and so on and so on. So this was my way of kind of like getting most of my rest, propping myself with pillows and the baby basically in the carrier, in the sling carrier, right? In the soft carrier. I had him even in my arm. I loosened it a little bit, and then I exactly put the baby like right here in my elbow, and lots of pillow support. So I was really relaxed, and I could fall asleep like that with the baby on me. So this was so helpful to get rest. Yeah, because in this position, if you don't have that, you will get so strained, your neck gets strained, and you get so exhausted that when you're stressed and exhausted, also your milk doesn't come in as well. So the other thing, what was really helpful, is having a big bed. And if you have a queen size, like we had a queen size and it was just not big enough, what we did, because we're small people, maybe that's another tip for you, we pushed the bed all the way to one side of the wall, and then we actually slept like this way instead of this way. So that was made it almost like a king size for us. So this is another maybe yeah, that was really helpful for me. And so yeah, now to the tea. I wanted to talk about how I just prepared my tea, and that really gave me good milk supply. So fennel seeds, you can different kinds, try different kinds, but this one is really good. And what I usually used is like a rhubarb tea just to relax in the afternoon and evenings, and then in the mornings. And I had breakfast tea, like a black tea, and I used milk in it, and I just put a few seeds, like just a good pinch in there, and I even ate the seeds, and I added honey. So it was milk, honey, the seeds, and some kind of tea, what I liked. So and sometimes I even had it right beside the bed just to drink during the night when I was thirsty. I just did it for the first week or so, reduce the honey so that you don't have that sweetness during the night. But yeah, this really was so helpful. And yeah, obviously a good diet makes sense. Eat lots of rich foods and don't skimp, don't diet, and treat yourself. This helped me so much to just have like every day a little treat when my energy dropped really low. To be honest with you, that also gives you really good milk supply. Just treating yourself to something. And what was really helpful too, just to, not get up and turn the light on and make the room all bright, is having one of these salt lamps, like a darker one, and it just shines a little light into the room. That was really helpful. So yeah, you have to ask yourself, how can I get as much rest as possible? So because if you relax, then your milk comes in much more easier, and you need to be relaxed, get your rest. And yeah, and if it's really not working, there are different alternatives for formula. This is from the 60s, and this is going around online, and very simple with evaporated milk, right? And this even was from a hospital, like a recipe in the 60s, and you can read through it. But I also wrote this down in my recipe book just for emergency. You never know. And and then there's this more complicated version with lots of different other ingredients, like bifidobacteria and yeah, different other, to make it really like more to breast milk. Um, So this is also another from Nourishing Traditions. And my first son, actually, I made this formula from Nourishing Traditions. You find that in the book. But it takes a lot of ingredients. Even like they use milk sugar, which comes in a powder. You have to order all these ingredients. So it's a little complicated. I did not know about this much simpler version. Um, like I said, lots of people do this and the baby is really thriving. Obviously, some children just need a very special formula and there is a shortage. So the best thing what you can do is simply right away inform yourself how to get your milk supply up and running. And this really takes rest, and lots of snuggle time with the baby, and to nourish yourself and pamper yourself, get lots of liquids. And yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to just share, because I'm seeing so many babies and new moms lately. Even I saw walking down the street, there was a very tiny baby and the mom was formula feeding, and I thought, like, they're already out and about. And I was thinking, maybe she didn't have the support, maybe she didn't, know it didn't work out latching the baby on, and all these things. Maybe she didn't know about the fennel seeds. There are lots of yeah, and sometimes it's hard, you just have to power through. There were so many times I wanted to give up, and then I said like, okay, I'm leaving the dishes, I'm leaving that, I'm making a really simple meal, and I'm just resting. So yeah, that's what it's about. So I just wanted to share, maybe it helps anybody out there, what to do. And it's definitely, there is help out there. And yeah, so I hope it encourages anybody to keep going and trying with the breastfeeding, even if it's hard. And yeah, I hope you're doing all well, and we keep waiting. We keep waiting. And while we wait, yeah, we talk about lots of other things too, like this one. And yeah, we talk soon, and take care, and God bless. Bye bye.